My name is Stephen Mabugana, and basically Kanyitex is a family owned and run business. We started back in 2016. It started off with clothes dangling on a line, and I said to the guys around the bright stand, I think we need to go and make clothes. It's the first thing that they put on a baby, and it's the last thing they put on a man. And I just thought that it was a space to go in. Our first orders were quite simple. We're more in the fashion industry, so we were looking at two-panel clothing, pajamas and kiddies and so on. And as it just went, it just grew. We started off in a double garage in 2016, and I'd always had this vision of having a lot of people because I've seen that textile, I think, is a great answer to the unemployment that we have. Then we went quite into fashion for about 2 years. And what we then realized is that, there's a whole move to grow the company and employ more people. We kind of outgrew that space, and we wanted a more stable space where you're running bigger runs and so. So just before COVID, before lockdown, we became quite good at 5-pocket denims. So in the early parts of us starting, we're doing everything wrong, just wrong. We then got information about this organization that assists with manufacturing and so on. So I was very interested because even in the early stages of business, there were questions that I was never getting answers for, like tracking garments, tracking productivity. How do you get the costings? Some of the stuff we're still learning. You never stop learning with textile. And then we got in touch with the KZN cluster, and also together with B&M analysts. We started the program. They set out a schedule as to how things were going to happen. They came through, put structures in place. So for example, one of the things that we learned is just one-piece flow. The importance of work starting, work getting into the box, because you can only invoice once it's in the box or by a client. The issue of the 8 wastes. With manufacturing, you always want to see movement, and then you start thinking that, now we're making it, only to find that it's a waste of motion. You're busy, but busy doing nothing. The layout of the factory, the clean side of how the layout should be, how the motion, how the movement, the transport from factory to the client, and the impact that it would have on the business. There were so many different things, and I think without those programs, would have never been where we are. Where we are now is obviously 300 people. It's close to 3,000 squares. And the best part of the whole story is that we have a creche. Currently, we're sitting at 100 babies that we look after. So to give you an idea, the mothers, the parents will come, leave the babies next door, and then come here to work.
My name is Andy Demtiane. I'm a supervisor and the principal of New Beginnings. New Beginnings was opened last year, the 31st of March, 2021. So we started off last year with only 4 kids, and this year, which is now, we are sitting with hundreds. So we did the ultimate best with the 4 kids that God blessed us with. We did the best that we could. That's why God ended up blessing us with many more. That's why we have 100, and we only have 100 because of the space only allows or limits us to have 100. But we've got a whole lot of more parents that walks in every day who wants to admit their kids with us. We make sure that we build learners holistically. So we develop them, the holistic, physical, emotional, social, and everything. This is not just a job, that is more than a job to me, but it's a passion, it's something that I love to do.
A lot of our growth, the systems through the Accelerator programs are important. That's what runs and puts the systems in place to make it work. But I always feel that the kids are the ones that protect us and give us that growth. We're very, very grateful for the programs that were brought to us. I'll never be able to get to that position without having the accelerator programs, and yeah.